Cotswolds is an area in south-central, West Midlands and south-west England comprising the Cotswold Hills, a range of rolling hills that rise from the meadows of the upper Thames to an escarpment, known as the Cotswold Edge, above the Severn Valley and Evesham Vale. The area is defined by the bedrock of Jurassic limestone that creates a type of grassland habitat rare in the UK and that is quarried for the golden-coloured Cotswold stone. It contains unique features derived from the use of this stone. The predominantly rural landscape contains stone-built villages, historical towns and stately homes and gardens. Designated as an Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty, AONB, in 1966, the Cotswolds covers 2,040 square kilometres and, after the Lake District and Yorkshire Dales National Parks, is the third largest protected landscape in England and the largest in. Its boundaries are roughly 25 miles, 40 kilometres, across and 90 miles, 140 kilometres, long, stretching southwest from just south of Stratford-upon-Avon to just south of Bath near Radstock. It lies across the boundaries of several English counties, mainly Gloucestershire and Oxfordshire, and parts of Wiltshire, Somerset, Worcestershire, and Warwickshire. The highest point of the region is Cleeve Hill at 1,083 feet, 330 metres, just east of Cheltenham. The hills give their name to the Cotswold Local Government District, formed on the 1st of April 1974, which is within the county of Gloucestershire. Its main town is Cirencester, where the Cotswold District Council offices are located. The population of the 450 square mile, 1,200 square kilometres, district was about 83,000 in 2011. The much larger area referred to as the Cotswolds encompasses nearly 800 square miles, 2,100 square kilometres, over 5 counties, Gloucestershire, Oxfordshire, Warwickshire, Wiltshire, and Worcestershire. The population of the Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty was 139,000 in 2016.
Hiking in the Cotswolds, area of natural beauty today. The weather isn't perfect, it's around 20 degrees Celsius, it's the 21st of August, but expecting some sunshine in the afternoon. There are warnings, yellow code for thunderstorms, but hoping that we won't be getting any today. And so far there's not been any rain or mud, which is quite a nice discovery today. So I'll be seeing how the route is from here onwards.
The largest excavation of Jurassic-era echinoderm fossils, including of rare and previously unknown species, occurred at a quarry in the Cotswolds in 2021. There is evidence of Neolithic settlement from burial chambers on Cotswold Edge, and there are remains of Bronze and Iron Age forts. Later the Romans built villas, such as at Chedworth, settlements such as Gloucester, and paved the Celtic path later known as Fosse Way. During the Middle Ages, thanks to the breed of sheep known as the Cotswold Lion, the Cotswolds became prosperous from the wool trade with the continent, with much of the money made from wool directed towards the building of churches. The most successful era for the wool trade was 1250 to 1350. Much of the wool at that time was sold to Italian merchants. The area still preserves numerous large, handsome Cotswold stone wool churches. The affluent area in the 21st century has attracted wealthy Londoners and others who own second homes there or have chosen to retire to the Cotswolds. The name Cotswold is popularly attributed the meaning sheep enclosure in rolling hillsides, incorporating the term wold, meaning hills. Compare also the weald from the Saxon/German word wold meaning forest. However, the English Place Name Society has for many years accepted that the term Cotswold is derived from Cotswold of the 12th century or other variations on this form, the etymology of which was given, Codswold, which is Cod's high open land. Cod was interpreted as an Old English personal name, which may be recognized in further names, Cutstein, Codswellan, and Codsburig, some of which date back to the 8th century AD. It has subsequently been noticed that cod could derive philologically from a Britannic female cognate Cuda, a hypothetical mother goddess in Celtic mythology postulated to have been worshipped in the Cotswold region. The spine of the Cotswolds runs southwest to northeast through 6 counties, particularly Gloucestershire, West Oxfordshire and southwestern Warwickshire. The northern and western edges of the Cotswolds are marked by steep escarpments down to the Severn Valley and the Warwickshire Avon. This feature, known as the Cotswold escarpment, or sometimes the Cotswold Edge, is a result of the uplifting, tilting, of the limestone layer, exposing its broken edge. This is a quester, in geological terms. The dip slope is to the southeast. On the eastern boundary lies the city of Oxford and on the west is Stroud. To the southeast, the upper reaches of the Thames Valley and towns such as Lechlade, Tetbury, and Fairford are often considered to mark the limit of this region. To the south the Cotswolds, with the characteristic uplift of the Cotswold Edge, reach beyond Bath, and towns such as Chipping Sodbury and Marshfield share elements of Cotswold character. The area is characterized by attractive small towns and villages built of the underlying Cotswold stone, a yellow oolitic limestone. This limestone is rich in fossils, particularly of fossilized sea urchins. Cotswold towns include Bourton-on-the-Water, Broadway, Burford, Chipping Campden, Chipping Norton, Cricklade, Dursley, Malmesbury, Moreton-in-Marsh, Nailsworth, Northleach, Stow-on-the-Wold, Stroud, Witney, and Winchcombe. In addition, much of Box lies in the Cotswolds. Bath, Cheltenham, Cirencester, Gloucester, Stroud, and Swindon are larger urban centres that border on, or are virtually surrounded by, the Cotswolden. The town of Chipping Campden is notable for being the home of the arts and crafts movement, founded by William Morris at the end of the 19th and beginning of the 20th centuries. William Morris lived occasionally in Broadway Tower, a folly, now part of a country park. Chipping Campden is also known for the annual Cotswold Olympic Games, a celebration of sports and games dating back to the early 17th century. Of the nearly 800 square miles, 2,100 square kilometers, of the Cotswolds, roughly 80% is farmland. There are over 3,000 miles, 4,800 kilometers, of footpaths and bridleways. There are also 4,000 miles, 6,400 kilometers, of historic stone walls. A 2017 report on employment within the area of outstanding natural beauty stated that the main sources of income were real estate, renting and business activities, manufacturing and wholesale and retail trade repairs. Some 44% of residents were employed in these sectors. Agriculture is also important. Some 86% of the land in them is used for this purpose. The primary crops include barley, beans, rapeseed oil and wheat, while the raising of sheep is also important. Cows and pigs are also reared. The livestock sector has been declining since 2002, however. According to the 2011 census data for the Cotswolds, the wholesale and retail trade was the largest employer, 15.8% of the workforce, followed by education, 9.7%, and health and social work, 9.3%. The report also indicates that a relatively higher proportion of residents were working in agriculture, forestry and fishing, accommodation and food services, as well as in professional, scientific and technical activities. Unemployment in the Cotswold district was among the lowest in the country. A report in August 2017 showed only 315 unemployed persons, a slight decrease of 5 from a year earlier. Tourism is a significant part of the economy. The Cotswold district area alone gained over £373 million from visitor spending on accommodation, £157 million on local attractions and entertainments, and about £100 million on travel in 2016. In the larger Cotswolds tourism area, including Stroud, Cheltenham, Gloucester, and Tewkesbury, tourism generated about £1 billion in 2016, providing 200,000 jobs. Some 38 million day visits were made to the Cotswold tourism area that year. Many travel guides direct tourists to Chipping Campden, Stow-on-the-Wold, Bourton-on-the-Water, Broadway, Bibury, and Stanton. Some of these locations can be very crowded at times. Roughly 300,000 people visit Bourton per year, for example, with about half staying for a day or less. The area also has numerous public walking trails and footpaths that attract visitors, including the 93-mile, 150 kilometers, Cotswold Way, part of the National Trail System, from Bath to Chipping Campden. Cotswold stone is a yellow oolitic Jurassic limestone. This limestone is rich in fossils, particularly of fossilized sea urchins. When weathered, the color of buildings made or faced with this stone is often described as honey or golden. The stone varies in color from north to south, being honey-colored in the north and northeast of the region, as shown in Cotswold villages such as Stanton and Broadway, golden-colored in the central and southern areas, as shown in Dursley and Cirencester, and pearly white in Bath. The rock outcrops at places on the Cotswold Edge, small quarries are common. The exposures are rarely sufficiently compact to be good for rock climbing, but an exception is Castle Rock, on Cleve Hill, near Cheltenham. Due to the rapid expansion of the Cotswolds in order for nearby areas to capitalize on increased house prices, well-known ironstone villages, such as Hook Norton, have even been claimed by some to be the Cotswolds despite lacking key features of Cotswolds villages such as Cotswold stone, and are instead built using a deep red/orange ironstone, known locally as Hornton stone. The Cotswolds lie between the M5, M40 and M4 motorways. The main A roads through the area are the A46, Bath, Stroud, Cheltenham, the A419, Swindon, Cirencester, Stroud, the A429, Cirencester, Stow-on-the-Wold, Moreton-in-Marsh, and the A40, Oxford, Burford, Cheltenham. These all roughly follow the routes of ancient roads, some laid down by the Romans, such as Ermine Way and the Fosse Way. There are local bus services across the area, but some are infrequent. The River Thames flows from the Cotswolds and is navigable from Evesham and Lechlade on Thames downstream to Oxford.